Say, boss, I got a great story.
Miss Nolman, what are you doing back here already? I sent you over to the temple to cover the Pentecost ceremony.
Right, boss, I'll get right on it.
Nolman.
Yes, boss?
Miss Nolman, who is the city editor of this newspaper?
You are, boss.
And when the city editor sends a cub reporter to cover a news story, shouldn't the cub reporter cover the story just as the city editor dispatched it?
Yes, sir, but...
No buts, Miss Nolman. This is a newspaper. I expect you to cover the news.
Well, I was on my way to the temple.
And you saw a bigger story unfolding. Is that it?
Well, yes, boss, this one was really...
This one was far more important than covering a bunch of priests sacrificing a grain offering on the day of first fruits.
Well, on my way to the temple, I went by this house and there was a big roaring sound coming from inside. Like a tornado or something and...
Miss Nolman, may I remind you of the last time you digressed from the story you were supposed to cover?
You don't have to remind me, boss.
I think I should. It was exactly 7 weeks ago today. I told you to go down to Joseph of Arimathea's tomb.
Listen, I said I was sorry about that.
I told you that something big was going to happen at the tomb on the first day of the week. And sure enough, something big happened, didn't it?
I'm sorry, boss. But a daring rescue sounded more exciting than watching a dead man's tomb.
And what did the daring rescue turn out to be, Miss Nolman?
A kitten up a tree.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that again?
I said, it turned out to be a kitten up a tree.
And what happened while you were wasting your time covering that stupid cat?
It was cute little cuddly kitten and his name was Mittens.
Miss Nolman, do you like working here at the Jerusalem Gazette?
All right, while I was off chasing a false lead, Jesus' body disappeared from the tomb. You were right, and I was wrong.
Thank you.
But story, this is different, boss.
Miss Nolman, the people of Jerusalem are counting on us to report the Pentecost ceremony at the temple today.
Yes, but listen, boss. The big roaring sound wasn't all that went on at that house this morning.
To the temple.
There was a fire.
A fire? Did you say a fire?
Yes, it appeared from nowhere during the big roar, and divided up into 12 small fires and... each fire landed on the heads of the 12 apostles.
Oh, no.
What?
Miss Nolman, I'm not sure you're cut out to be a reporter.
What do you mean?
First of all, there are only 11 apostles left.
Oh, that?
Yes, that. One of the apostles.
I know what you're going to say, boss. Judas Iscariot killed himself. But just before the big roar and the fire came down, the apostles appointed a replacement for Judas. His name is Matthias. So, we're back to 12 apostles.
All right, I'm listening. Let's get back to the fire.
Fires. There were 12 fires, one fire on the head of each apostle. And get this, nobody got burned.
Miss Nolman, have you been drinking?
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, boss. Funny you should say that, though.
Why?
Because some of the people at the house accused the apostles of being drunk.
Well, liquor is flammable.
That's not why they accused them of drinking, boss.
This better be good, Miss Nolman. Because while you're standing here wasting time, you're missing half of the first fruits ceremony at the temple. You know, a lot of our female readers are dying to know what people are wearing to the ceremony.
They spoke in foreign tongues.
That's it? They spoke foreign languages? That's your big scoop?
Well, sure. Don't you think that's amazing?
Miss Nolman, I will remind you that during the Feast of Pentecost, Jews come to Jerusalem from as far away Africa, Europe, and Asia. Of course, they were speaking foreign languages. They are foreigners. Get over to the temple right now.
But, boss, it wasn't the foreigners who were speaking in tongues. It was the apostles.
Isn't that special?
You don't understand, boss. These guys are all locals. None of them have ever been out of the country. They've never been to school. But they all spoke foreign languages, so the foreigners could understand what was going on.
And just what was going on besides the temple ceremony that my readers will never read about?
Peter, the head apostle, told everybody that flames and the speaking in tongues were proof that the Holy Spirit of God had descended from heaven as predicted by Jesus and by the prophet Joel. Want to hear the quote?
I thought Peter denied he even knew Jesus. Now, he's saying that Jesus is the fulfillment of Joel's prophecy.
In the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days, and they will prophesy. I will show wonders in the heaven above, and signs on the earth below, blood and fire and billows of smoke. So, what do you think?
Did Peter mention King David?
Funny you should ask, boss. He recited some of David's prophecies, and said that the prophecies proved that Jesus was Messiah the King. I wrote down David's prophecies. I can read them to you.
Jesus disappeared 7 weeks ago today. That was also on a Sunday.
Yeah, apparently all the believers meet together every Sunday to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus.
I'd better get over there myself.
Listen, boss, I can cover the temple ceremony.
I'm not going to the temple. I'm going to that house. Show me the way.
Hey, I know you're the boss here, but this is my scoop.
You've got more than a scoop here, Miss Millman.
What do you mean, boss?
Jesus really was the Messiah. And he rose from the dead, just like they said.
And you accuse me of drinking.
I'll explain it to you on the way. Let's go.
Say, you're not thinking of becoming a Christian, are you, boss?
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.